2017's Computex coverage in Taiwan was brought to you by MSI and Corsair, bringing you the best in PC peripherals and components. Click the link in the description below to find out more about current specials being offered by both MSI and Corsair over the Computex period. Welcome to the Deepcool Booth. This is Computex 2017, and this is the Yes Man talking about the new cases and products on display here in 2017. So we have here the BaronKase liquid all-in-one. This is a essentially all-metal construction on a case. So you can get it in black or white, and it essentially is a smaller case, like micro ATX size, yet it can still fit in a ATX size motherboard. And with that, you can choose to put the power supply up the front of the case instead of down the bottom. And it also comes included with an all-in-one 120mm rad liquid cooler that is RGB. It has RGB lighting, it has RGB controls on the case itself, and with that is a option, I believe, to have the cooler, the actual pump, you can see the water being spun through the front of the case. So it's a really cool looking case. It's looking to come in at 130 USD and be released in July. So now moving over to Deepcool's coolers being offered in 2017, they have a brand new design here with the Gammaxx GT. This is coming in at 50 USD, and it has, as you can see here, RGB lighting both on the fan and at the top of the case. Now this can be controlled either via the hardware, or if you have things like MSI's Mystic lighting, then you can hook that up and then you can control this via software instead of the hardware. So really cool cooler coming in at 50 USD, and it will be AM4 compatible. So you guys looking for a cooler with the X370 motherboards, you'll be able to get one of these and put that on. And they're also refreshing their Captain X RGBs, well, now putting RGB lighting on their Captain X series, and it can be controlled either via hardware or software, and they've included an RGB strip here just to show what the effect will be like. This will be coming in at 100 USD retail for the 120X or 130 USD for the 240X, and these will be dropping, I believe, in June 2017, so very soon, so stay tuned for that. So now moving on to the next case they have on display here is the Earlkase RGB. Everything's RGB these days, and this is no exception. They've included an RGB LED strip with this case, and it's all metal construction for 80 USD. It's actually a really nice case. You've got the enclosed power supply there. At the rear of the case, you've got a lot of room for cable management, and they've even included the option to add things like this in without the extra controller, because there is already the controller built into the case. So that is a Earlkase. And we're also looking at a tempered glass side panel with this too. So now what we've got on display here is the new Arc 90, and this is one sexy case. I really like the look of it. It's got tempered glass on the front, side, and top of this case. You've also got the reservoir, kind of like the Genome had the reservoir at the front, but I think this is a much better implementation. It looks very clean, very sleek. Also has RGB lighting control, which you can change via the top of the case. So I can actually change the pattern, the color on the fly, and there's so much room to work inside. You've got eATX support in this thing. You've got the enclosed power supply shroud there, and it's RGB lit inside too. So cosmetics on this thing is crazy, and it also looks really good. There's no availability on price yet, but it does look like it will be hitting the market in October. So stay tuned for this one, as it is one big and awesome case. And now the last case on display at the Deepcool booth is the QuadStellar. This will easily be their flagship case, and it's got 4 separate compartments, with each compartment being dedicated to different components. In one part we have a motherboard section which works up to eATX, which is really large. It's the largest motherboard size you can get. Then another component will house graphics cards, GPUs full size length, and then the other compartment you can put in your SSDs and hard drives, and then lastly is your power supply in the 4th compartment. This is all made of steel and tempered glass too, and with that it will be massively huge and very heavy to carry. And then the last product on display from Deepcool, and one of their coolest products coming out, is the MF120 smart fans. Now you can control these via smartphone, not only the RGB lighting itself, but the actual speeds of the fans. They go from 500 RPM all the way up to 2200 RPM, and seriously at these speeds, this thing is like near chopping your fingers off. It's very good airflow, very quiet, and it's actually a dual blade fan design, so Really cool when you get these things working. They actually look awesome, kind of reminded me like open air subwoofers back in the day when people were putting subwoofers in their cars. Looks really awesome. I'm digging this product, not only in the looks but also in the performance. And that wraps up our coverage of the Deepcool Booth for 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then be sure to hit that like button. And if you have any questions about the booth, then be sure to drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.